Greetings, everybody. One Piece chapter 1034 is unofficially out. So if you haven't already, you know what to do. Go ahead and drop a like on the video, make sure you subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future videos, and let's get straight into it. So we begin this chapter with an explosion in the pleasure hall. All the women are freaking out because an explosion just happened, and we get a couple of panels of Osome, who is the woman that Sanji put hands on, allegedly. And one girl is saying, yo, Osome, what are you doing? You're going towards the explosion. You need to stay back. But Osome is looking for somebody. Chuji, maybe it's a pet of hers or something, but she's looking for this person. And they're saying, yo, we need to get off this island and we need to make an escape because it's getting crazy. From here, we get a wide shot of Wano. We see that Momonosuke is still out there working with the flame clouds, and he's come to the conclusion that if he can't produce enough flame clouds to take control of the island back from Kaido, then he's just going to grab onto Kaido's flame clouds and play tug of war with it, essentially. So he's gonna pull the island back the other way. And yeah, this is basically a test of Momonosuke's resolve once again. He's decided that he's just as much a dragon as Kaido is, and he will pull the other direction while Kaido pulls in the other direction, and we'll see who wins. He's just trying to keep the island from crashing down onto the flower capital. I suppose nobody said anything about the island landing safely on the flower capital. So I guess we'll see about that. But I suppose as long as it doesn't crash and blow up, everything should be fine. And we see a small panel of the flower capital here. The music is still going and the people are still partying. It's still the fire festival. However, the island is literally above the gate of the flower capital. So they have no idea that their impending doom is floating right above them. So we'll see what happens with that. We see here in this next panel that on the live floor, war is very much still raging with the Beast Pirates and the Samurai, and it's kind of at a stalemate right now. It's like at a fodder stalemate because nobody's really able to overpower the other. From here, we cut back to the pleasure hall and we catch up with Sanji and Queen, and we see that Queen's eyes are sparkling right here, and he actually has freaking laser beams in his freaking eyes. And guess what, y'all? He actually took that from Ichiji's power. So now we know that Queen actually does have some sort of relationship with Judge. We're not exactly sure in what capacity. Maybe he was Judge's assistant or something in the past. It definitely sounds like he's more of a rival to Judge, but that might just be him. So hopefully Oda gives us some insight on that in the future. But he blasts his laser beams at Sanji. Sanji dodges them, of course. And then after that, he uses the Henry Blazer. This is Niji's technique where he essentially shocks his opponent. He does catch Sanji with this one, just like Niji caught Sanji. And he explains to Sanji here that the Sons of Judge are the culmination of his scientific experiments, meaning that they're his best work, but Queen was able to recreate the powers for himself. So it's actually coming off like Queen is more of a fanboy of Judge rather than a rival, and he wanted to use these powers against Sanji while he had the suit on, essentially I guess crushing Sanji's spirit. That wouldn't have happened, but we know that Queen's whole thing is he was the head of Udon Prison, so it was his job to crush people's spirits before he added them to the crew. And I don't think Queen would have tried to add Sanji to the crew, but that is very much still his thing. You know what I'm saying? That's his style. He likes to crush people's spirits. But his technology can essentially replicate anything that the German can do. So from here, he uses Yonji's power, which is the Danton Winch, and he uses the winch. She grabs onto Sanji and he's slinging Sanji around, but Sanji is able to get one kick in and destroy his winch. So he's able to get himself free. And that definitely pisses Queen off because now he has no left arm and he's telling Sanji, like, how dare you do that? Sanji gives him a kick to the gut and sends him flying back. I'm just gonna give y'all full disclosure. For the rest of this chapter, I'm not really gonna name Sanji's attacks. Mainly they're all like French pastries and I can't really pronounce French things that well. Maybe in the future I'll get my wife to come on here and she can pronounce French much better. But yeah, that's just a quick side note. So anyways, moving on. So Sanji lets this man know from here that, yeah, I'm not just gonna let you control this fight. You know what I'm saying? And the difference is that we're getting weaker, but I found my resolve and I'm not the same person that you were fighting earlier. So I'm not really sure what Sanji means here. If he's accepted his fate, meaning that he is just gonna be a mindless android for Luffy, or I'm not really sure what he means here, but his eyebrow is still curling the other way, so who knows? And that makes Queen get a huge grin on his face, and then he disappears. So Queen even replicates Sanji's technique, the stealth black vanishing. He disappears and Queen's like, all right, show me how much you've changed. But in this next panel, we notice why Sanji's a badass and he's like, all right, cool. And then he just body flickers out of this mug and completely disappears himself. He essentially pulls a Shusui on Queen, and the look on Queen's face here, even though he's invisible, we could still see him freaking out and the eyes popping out of his head. He's like, what? You disappeared too? He's not even wearing the raid suit. So I'm not gonna lie, this is cool. I actually really like this. I was kind of concerned with Sanji not being able to use the raid suit anymore, but it seems like he's pretty much gonna be able to do everything that the raid suit could do. He already has his exoskeleton, he has superior speed, and he can body flicker / disappear. So yeah, we don't need the raid suit. I wonder if all of his brothers don't need the raid suit. Anyways, just a thought. From here, we see that we cut back to Osome, and she's actually wandering into the battlefield between Sanji and Queen. She obviously doesn't know that because both of these men are not visible to the naked eye. So she actually finds who she's been looking for. It's her pet rat, Chuji, and Chuji comes running back to her arms. But from here, Queen actually sees her, and we see that Queen actually has like a history of her ever since Komurosaki, quote unquote, died. He's been trying to holler at this girl, Osome, and she's rejected him pretty much every time. So Queen's salty about that. So it seems right here that Queen is about to put hands on her, but of course, you know that our boy Sanji is not gonna let that happen. And here's where we realize exactly what Sanji's resolve is. He says, I have way more tools at my disposal. I've unlocked the exoskeleton, I've unlocked superior speed and the strength, and I'll be able to use them all. From here, we see him use his Ifrit Diable Janblade, and I'm not gonna lie, we've never seen this before, so hopefully it's something different. And we realize at this point, the same time he does, that Queen was actually the person who hit this girl. We knew that Sanji would never, as long as he lived, put hands on a woman in a violent way. So everybody who doubted Sanji, go ahead and take a seat, sit down somewhere. It don't matter what direction his eyebrows are twirling or anything like that. Take a seat. Sanji would never, ever put hands on a woman. So just to get that out the way. But anyway, from here, we get an array of panels of Sanji just going to town on Queen. He kicks him in the back of the neck. He kicks him in the gut again. He sends him flying. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Sanji might not have completely defeated Queen at this point, but I really can't see how Queen comes back from this, especially since Oda's probably trying to wrap this fight so he can get back to Zoro and King. But yeah, Queen looks finished here, guys. So let me know in the comment section exactly what you felt about this fight. I absolutely love this fight, and I'm glad we cleared my boy Sanji's name, put some respect on it. But yeah, let me know what you think about the chapter. I thought it was an okay chapter. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. really didn't give us too much except the action between Sanji and Queen. And of course, you know, everybody loves an action chapter. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section. Go ahead and remember to drop a like on the video, subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell, follow me on all social media at Anime Sifu, and I will catch you guys next time.